What's going on, guys? Today we're going to talk about commonly observed issues in newbie female lifters, and these three are: they are usually scared to get quite large, which is sort of impossible from a physiological perspective. Number two, a lot of ladies are afraid to gain a little bit of fat during a massing or bulking phase. And three, a lot of ladies just do not consume enough protein in order to promote or to serve as the building blocks for promotion of lean tissue. So, with reference to the first point, a lot of ladies are scared to get bodybuilder big, and it is almost impossible for a lady to get bodybuilder big due to physiological differences with males. For the most part, a female does not produce enough testosterone or other like hormones to get these substantial increases in size. In order to get toned, you do need to train like a male and overload on volume and just stick to the general principles of exercise prescription. Number two, a lot of ladies are afraid to gain a little bit of fat during bulking or massing phases. And I'm talking to more like the ladies on the smaller end of the spectrum who want to put on a bit of muscle. So it's not just about like coming to the gym and lifting weights. It's also about having adequate nutrition and having enough nutrition to support growth. Granted, ladies shouldn't really bulk like males. So males have an easier time losing fat. That is just a biological fact. So ladies, you don't want to gain as much fat as a male. Like I might gain like 10 kilos or just under that during my massing, bulking phases, etc. And whilst it's not the greatest thing ever to lose 10 kilos, for a lady, 10 kilos is a lot of weight. So small weight increases can be very beneficial for a female's overall physique improvements when compared to a man. If a man gains 10 kilos of muscle, it's not going to look as different as when a female gains 10 kilos of muscle. Actually, if a female goes from 50 kilos to 60 kilos, that is a massive difference, all lean tissue. Whereas if a male goes from 60 kilos to 70 kilos, whilst it is a big difference, it's not as substantial as the female lifter's difference. And this is just from observation, and I couldn't really give you like some scientific reference or example for it. The third point is a very important point, and it can be argued across all sexes, but especially females. From what I've seen in my gym, a lot of females just come to me and they do not consume enough protein or food to begin with, but protein in particular. I actually do argue that supplements are a go-to for a lot of females in Victoria or in Australia in general, I'd assume. The price of protein-rich food is very expensive, and whey and casein protein or isolate and concentrate protein tend to be cheaper per gram of protein than whole food meat sources. Still, you should find ways to consume protein-rich food from conventionally healthy whole food sources, as it's a good habit to get into. But other than that, if you do need to supplement, you definitely shouldn't feel guilty about supplementing, and there's nothing wrong with protein supplementation. So, to conclude, ladies generally have a harder time gaining muscle than men, but they don't have to gain as much muscle to see a substantial difference when compared to a male. Ladies just happen to gain muscle slower than males, but that doesn't mean they can't make dramatic improvements to their physique just sticking to simple principles of exercise prescription sticking to simple principles of exercise prescription with some slight modifications. Hope you guys found that video informative. Speak to you in the next one. TTFN, ta-ta for now.